Hello students, I welcome you all for the class 10th session of English. For today's topic, I would like to give you the introduction and I want you to recognize the person in the given images. I hope all of you are very well aware about the person given in the following images. Yes, you people are absolutely correct. He is none other than Nelson Olusegun Mandela. Now you can recall the chapter based on the Indian Constitution in your previous class 9th. You have gone through the history of Indian Constitution, in which the discussion was also done regarding Nelson Olusegun Mandela. Now everyone, quickly just write down, mention the name of the system which was started by Nelson Mandela and what was the main purpose of that. Each and everyone just note it down, and when we'll move forward you will match whether you are able to write down the correct or not, and also mention the name of the political organization in which he was the president. I hope you people are able to recall that. Okay, now we are moving forward. So today I am going to start with your chapter 2 of your textbook Hornbill, that is Nelson Mandela Long Walk to Freedom. This Long Walk to Freedom is the autobiography of Nelson Mandela, who was the former South African president, and this article is for Nelson Mandela Long Walk to Freedom summary, means the part of that has been taken here in this chapter. This chapter is the extract from the Long Walk to Freedom book, which I have already mentioned that it was the autobiography, and it includes the description of the inauguration ceremony and citations from his speech and about his journey to being a freedom fighter. I hope by the time you are able to recall that what kind of role he played for the freedom of which country? Exactly, that was South Africa. In this chapter we'll come to know that in his book he says about the other countless people who fought for their freedom. In South Africa, a brutal practice named apartheid was very popular in those days, and I hope you people remember that what was that apartheid? Yes, it was the racial discrimination between the people. Racial discrimination means the discrimination was done on the basis of their race and color, on the basis of their skin color, and it was one of the most brutal societies in which dark skinned people were deprived of their basic rights, and this was taken as one of the inhuman practice also at that time. So this lesson gives us an overview of the struggles of Mandela for making the society which with no discrimination on the basis of their color, caste, race, age or gender. Now everyone open up the textbook, as we are going to start with the chapter Nelson Mandela Long Walk to Freedom, and it was written by, I have already mentioned that it was written by Nelson Olusegun Mandela only, because it is an autobiography. In the beginning of the chapter you can see that they have mentioned about the apartheid, a political system which separates people according to their race on the basis of their skin color. So as I have already discussed about you, and you people are very well aware about that, so I think it will not be difficult for you people to get the answer that out of the following which of the three, out of the three countries named below has such a political system until very recently. And what was the name of that country? Yes, that is none other than South Africa. Mandela and his African National Congress, that was the name of his association. He spent a lifetime fighting against apartheid. Mandela had to spend 30 years in prison. Can you imagine that he spent his 30 years, and after that finally democratic elections were held in South Africa in 1994, and Mandela became the first black president of a new nation. So as I have already mentioned about that, this extract has been taken from his autobiography, and below this one extract is given, and you simply have to guess that what could be the occasion. Yes, I know that many of you have already gone through the chapter as we started, but we were not able to finish it. Simply we started, the intro was done. So you people might have idea that what the occasion is. And this news item has been taken from the sources, that is BBC of 10th May 1994. Here we can see that Mandela becomes South Africa's first black president, and that was one of the historical event. Nelson Mandela has become South Africa's first black president after more than 3 centuries of white rule. Can you imagine? Please mark it. More than 3 centuries. They were under the control of colonial power, that were Britishers. Mr. Mandela's African National Congress Party won 252 of the 400 seats in first democratic elections of South Africa's history, and this was one of the historical achievement for them. Please mark it. The inauguration ceremony took place in the Union Buildings Amphitheatre in Pretoria today, attended by politicians and dignitaries from more than 140 countries around the world. Please mark the word amphitheatre. What is the meaning of the amphitheatre? Yes, the open theatre you might have seen. So mark it and write it down. Open theatres. And also underline Pretoria, that is the administrative capital of South Africa. Write it down everyone. Administrative capital of South Africa. All of you are supposed to write down in your textbook with pencil. We are doing the reading of the chapter here, and in between wherever I am asking you to mark it or writing the meaning or any other information, you have to note it down with the pencil only within your textbook. And in his address there, Nelson Mandela said that never again will this beautiful land experience the oppression of one by another. So write down here, that was the end of racial discrimination. That was the end of racial discrimination. Jubilant scenes on the street of Pretoria followed the ceremony, with blacks, whites and coloreds celebrating together. So this was the event where everyone, either black, whites and the colored. At that time the Britishers used to call Indians as the colored one. So these all together were celebrating, were the part of this historical event. More than 100,000 South African men, women and children of all races sang and danced with joy. Below that in your textbook one activity is given, in which 2 columns are there, column A and column B. Clear? Before the chapter you just have to go through it, you need to read it out, and then after finishing the chapter you have to match column A with the column B. Like you can see here in column A, first one is a rainbow gathering of different colors and nations. Second option, the seat of white supremacy. Third one, that is be overwhelmed with a sense of history. Fourth one, resilience that defies the imaginations. Fifth, a glimmer of humanity. And the sixth one, a twilight existence. So all these phrases are there, and after going through the chapter, we'll come back to this. You have to find out on your own that which point is matching with the another one that is given in column B. Here you can underline the term resilience and write down the meaning of that. Power to overcome any kind of disease, or you can mention here flexibility, flexible. Defies here means to refuse. Underline and write down to refuse. Then in the fifth one, glimmer. Glimmer you can mention, it is the sign of twinkling sign, the twinkling sign. And next, the twilight. I hope all of you are very well aware, the time after the sun has set and before it gets completely dark. So that is twilight. 10th May dawned bright and clear. For the past few days I had been pleasantly besieged by dignitaries and world leaders who were coming to pay their respect before the inauguration. The inauguration would be the largest gathering ever of international leaders on South African soil. Here I stand for Nelson Mandela, and he is describing that how he was, you can see the meaning of besiege, surrounded by army, dignitaries and the world leaders who all were coming to South Africa, who all were present at that time before the inauguration ceremony. The ceremonies took place in the lovely sandstone amphitheatre formed by the Union Building in Pretoria. For decades, this had been the seat of white supremacy, and now it was the site of a rainbow gathering of different colors and nations for the installation of South Africa's first democratic non-racial government. All of you please mark it. Site of a rainbow gathering of different colors and nations for the installation of South Africa's first democratic, because it was going to be the first democratic non-racial government. Up till now they were under the control of Britishers, and which system was followed here? Yes, absolutely correct, that was apartheid. The system of racial discrimination was followed. On that lovely autumn day, I was accompanied by my daughter Janani. On the podium, Mr. de Klerk was first sworn in as second deputy president. Then Thabo Mbeki was sworn in as first deputy president. When it was my turn, I pledged to obey and uphold the Constitution and to devote myself to the well-being of the Republic and its people. To the assembled guests and the watching world, I said, now we are going through the words. Today, all of us do, by our presence here, confer glory and hope to newborn liberty. Confer here means to give, and the new hope was, that was the liberty, the newborn liberty. Please mark it. Here the personification has been done because it is written newborn liberty. Everyone underline newborn liberty and write down personification. I hope you remember where we are presenting the non-living things as the living being. So liberty has been shown as or taken as the newborn, as a living being. Out of the experience of an extraordinary human disaster that lasted too long, must be born a society of which all humanity will be proud. So, after such a long period of around 3 centuries, now they were hoping for changes, they were hoping for the new liberty, of which all humanity will be proud. We who were outlaws not so long ago. Outlaws means those who were considered earlier as the illegal people, and today the time has changed, have today been given the rare privilege to be the host to the nations of the world on our own soil. So it was the proud moment for the people, those who were considered as the illegal one, and now they are going to be the one who will host to the nations of the world. We have at last achieved our political emancipation. Please mark it, and as the meaning is already given here, emancipation means freedom. Finally, they achieved their political freedom. We pledged ourselves to liberate all our people from the continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender and other discrimination. So now finally they achieved their freedom from the slavery. Bondage here means the bondage labor. Underline and write down slavery of poverty, deprivation, the lack of opportunities, sufferings, the pain they were going through. Underline and write it down everyone quickly. Sufferings means the pain they were going through. Gender and other kind of discrimination. So finally it was over and they achieved their political freedom or emancipation. Never, never and never again shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppression of one by another. Here they were expecting that in future they are not going to experience the same kind of situation on this beautiful land again. They are not going to get exploited by the another. Oppression here means they are not exploitation. Write it down. Exploitation. The sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. Here the sun, underline and write down, sun is the symbol of the new beginning which is never going to set again. Let freedom reign. God bless Africa. Reign here means to rule. Now the freedom will prevail in South Africa, on this beautiful land. God bless Africa. Now on the basis of the above extract, we are going to take the questions given in your textbook, and I hope everyone is clear what we have done up till now. To understand it in more better way, you have to do the reading on your own too, as I am explaining here, and I am expecting that everyone have already gone through the chapter. Now after this session also again you people are going to read it on your own and you are going to understand the meaning of the chapter. Okay, the oral comprehension check, the 2 questions are given here. Everyone look into the textbook and listen to me carefully. Where did the ceremonies take place? Can you name any public buildings in India that are made of sandstone? Okay, all of you just write down the answer in front of that only. I hope you people are very well aware. Yes, Who is going to give the answer? Everyone write it down and just match it whether you have written the correct or not. Yes, the ceremonies took place in lovely sandstone amphitheaters. And what was the name of the place? That was Pretoria, the administrative capital of South Africa. And you have to name any such public building in India that are made up of sandstone. So yes, what will be the answer? Write it down. Correct. That is yes, Red Fort. Yes, Jama Masjid. Yes, it could be Parliament House. Now the next one. Can you say how 10th May is an autumn day in South Africa? Yes, we can call it as an autumn day. The reason being because of the freedom, the newborn liberty they are going to get. Political emancipation they achieved now. And this was the time where the South African, those who were considered as the outlaw or the illegal people in their same land, now they were going to achieve the liberty from the bondage of poverty, deprivation and suffering. So that was the autumn day, the new beginning. So basically you can mention that autumn day in South Africa, the 10th May was taken as autumn day in South Africa because of the new freedom or liberty. Next we'll see. At the beginning of his speech, Mandela mentions an extraordinary human disaster. What does he mean by this? And what is the glorious human achievement he speaks of at the end? So, who is going to give the answer? Yes. What was an extraordinary human disaster? Exactly, that was the rule of white people, because the racial discrimination was there on the basis of their skin color. So that was actually the human disaster. And what is the glorious human achievement? Exactly, that was now their political independence. Write down everyone in their textbook, only mention it, political independence. Now the next one, what does Mandela thank the international leaders for? The international leaders for. So Mandela thanked the international leaders for. Why he was thanking them in the beginning, or thanked them in the beginning? The reason being because they came there to be the part of common victory of justice and peace, and that was one of the historical and the proud moment for all. Basically it was the proud moment for South Africans. Another one, what ideals does he set out for the future of South Africa? So we have gone through it that up till now the people were under the control of Britishers, they were exploited by the white people, but now the time is going to be changed. They are going to get liberty from the bondage or the slavery of poverty, deprivations and suffering. I hope everyone has noted down. Okay, so now we are moving forward with this. A few moments later, we all lifted our eyes in awe as a spectacular array of South African jets, helicopters and troop carrier rode in perfect formation over the Union buildings. It was not only a display of pinpoint precision and military force, but a demonstration of military's loyalty to democracy, to a new government that had been freely and fairly elected. Underline the term awe, as the meaning is, write it down, the feeling of respect. Spectacular, the meaning is already given here. look into your textbook. That is something very impressive to see. Array means large collection of things. Underline large collection of things. You can write down here. Note down each and every one quickly. Array means large collection of things. It was simply not the display of the power of the military forces, but it was the demonstration of the military's loyalty to democracy. Only moments before, the highest generals of South African Defence Force and Police, their chests bedecked with ribbons and medals from days gone by. Underline the term bedecked and write it down the meaning. Decorated, saluted me and pledged their loyalty. And you can see that this was the proud movement, that earlier those who were against these black people, now they were saluting the same person and pledged their loyalty against him. I was not unmindful of the fact that not so many years before they would not have saluted but arrested me. It means years back these were the same people who arrested Nelson Mandela, but now the time changed. This was the time where they were saluting him. Finally, a chevron of Impala jets left a smoke trail of the black, red, green, blue and gold of the new South African flag. Underline the term chevron here, which means it is given in your textbook also, a pattern in the shape of a V, which indicates in the uniform of military people the length of their service. Write down, which indicates the length of service. Impala jet, if you talk about, just mark it, that is the military jet you people might have seen during the, in India also during Republic Day we see that different, during the Republic Day they are showing the different shows, the sky through the different jets. So that this Impala jet indicates here, just underline and write down the origin in Italy. Origin in Italy. And it left the series of different colors. And what were these colors? Black, red, green, blue and gold. And that is the symbol of the new South African flag. So all these 5 colors are there in the African flag. Underline it. Black, red, green, blue and gold. The day was symbolized for me by the playing of our 2 national anthems. Please mark it. You can see here the 2 national anthems were sang, and the vision of white singing Kosi Cycle Africa and blacks were singing Die Stem, the old anthem of the Republic. Although that day neither group knew the lyrics of the anthem, they once despised. Despised here means, underline and write down, although it is given, just write it down again. To hate someone. To hate. Earlier they were hating the song of the black people, but now they both were singing it together. They would soon know the words by heart. So because they were expecting the changes are occurring, it is going to bring the new change and both are going to live together happily under the same sky on the land of South Africa. Now I hope everyone is clear whatever we have discussed today. In your homework you people are going to read the chapter again till page number 19 that we have covered up till now. You will try to recall the words, the meaning of the different words we have discussed. Clear? And rest of the chapter we are going to continue in the next session. Thank you.